Welcome to the LANCave. We're living as nerds. I'm Patrick, joined by Owen.
Hello!
Yeah, we're here giving you the gaming news like we do every single week, talking about video games, gaming, nerd stuff. This week's we'll actually talk about stocks just briefly, because what? Yeah, that was kind of craziness coming in. Like, if you follow stocks, you know more than we do on this. We're just casual investors, if you will. But I hope you invested in GameStop and AMC.
At least before, when it was dead.
We do not suggest. By the way, disclaimer: we are not making suggestions on purchasing any stocks on this show. This is just a random tangent because if you purchase them, say September, August, November, you're having a good time right now.
I think at one point GameStop was trading at like $2.50, and so somebody I actually know did get in at that, but they didn't get in very much. They got it like a few dollars worth. But at current, GameStop is somewhere around like $350. So
yes,
if you want to do a little math there,
easy math, if you invested $10 at that time, you would now have $1,000 if you could sell out right now, because that's 100. That is 100 times the amount, right? $2.50 to $2.50. $3.50. Okay, even more.
More, yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. I'm gonna double check our audio while you're talking about that real quick. Go ahead.
What's really crazy about this, and again, I don't even completely understand it. I have a very layman's understanding. This seems to be a war between Wall Street and I don't know, the common man. And so some Reddit people went and they picked GameStop as the thing because a hedge fund bet against GameStop prices falling below $20. And so they launched the stock way up, and it has continued to go way up. So a failing company is now worth like $240 billion. So, or not 240, $24 billion, I think. But still a sizable amount of money than what they were worth a week ago. Apparently, though, the Reddit and the Discord just got taken down about an hour and a half ago, maybe a little longer. And so we're going to see how much longer this lasts. But they're already going for some other stocks. Patrick mentioned AMC, and then there's some other non-video game related stocks like BlackBerry is one. I wanted to look because my wife used to audit JCPenney back in the day whenever she worked for a bigger firm, and then I couldn't find JCPenney on the market, so I guess they're not even being traded anymore after their bankruptcy, because I was like, when are they going to go after JCPenney? So I don't know. Everything about this is wrong to me. But the fact that a failing company is somehow worth several $billion for no reason other than to mess with hedge funds, I find that to be weird and wrong.
Yeah, I think it's weird, wrong. It's quasi-exploitative at this point when it comes to the market, when we're essentially we won't get into politics here, but the market shouldn't be dictated by a handful of individuals with their own whatever their agenda is. That shouldn't be dictating the market. The market should be based on what people actually want and what is doing well. And if you look at companies like AMC and GameStop, objectively they are not doing well from a sales perspective. This is all based on, like you said, hedge funds or in planning on investing something for the future. For example, when Xbox and Microsoft said, "Hey, we're gonna start investing in all the GameStop stores," that's like, cool. That's like, okay, that will do better. That will make sure GameStop makes more money in the long run. However, it doesn't mean that GameStop is all of a sudden more valuable. It has more an intrinsic value for the future. And maybe the stocks reflect that for a little bit, and then they stabilize, but not this much. 100 times, 130 times the value. That's insane. That is completely insane.
It's a lot of times the value. So I just, I had to bring it up at the start just because this is crazy and going down in real time. The obviously the market's closed at our time of recording, but this stuff goes into what's called after hours trading, and there's things going. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. And what's also crazy, I've been feeling this way this week of, why can't I get my friends to stop playing battle royales and come back to multiplayer? So, as we know, I've gotten a little hooked on Call of Duty. And as some of you may not know, I can't play battle royales, not because I'm opposed to them or anything like that, but I am colorblind. I'm red-green colorblind, and the majority of battle royales take place in worlds where there's a lot of forest and a lot of greens and so on, and I literally can't see people in there. Yeah. So I've just never been successful, and I thought that was a reason that I wouldn't be successful at regular multiplayer. But I started playing Call of Duty multiplayer, as we know, and I'm decent at it. I have, I think, a 1.4 KD, which is like nothing to really be super proud of, but it's above 1. Yeah. And I have a lot of fun with it, but every time I look on my friends list for the people who do play Call of Duty, is always Warzone, 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 Warzone. And it's like, just you want to come play some arcade with me? I feel like an old man being like, come on, put your quarters on the table, let's go play some arcade, and you're over in your future battle royale barren wasteland of trees and so on. It's a really weird thing to complain about, but I've been having a ton of fun solo. But if you're gonna play a multiplayer game, it's fun to talk.
Yeah, no, it's fun to be interacting one way or another. Like, that's why I like when I do play multiplayer. I will say Star Wars is great and everything. Battlefront is great because it's Star Wars. But yeah, multiplayer is always better when you talk to people. If I'm playing Borderlands or anything like that, like, I want to talk to the people that I'm playing with, but I also want them to be mature enough that I should be talking to them, or it's not the trash talking crap. But yeah, I did get to play some Borderlands this week too. So I'm very happy. I got to play Borderlands 3 in my backlog, which we'll talk about later this episode.
Yeah, anything else going on? I did want to let you know, were you a big fan of Ninja Gaiden growing up?
I was a big fan, and I saw this on your list, and You need to check
this game out, dude.
Yeah, this looks amazing. I didn't know about it, and then you posted on it on the we're talking about Cyber Shadow, by the way, on Nintendo Switch.
And Xbox and PlayStation.
Oh, it's on Xbox. Okay, cool.
It's on Game Pass, baby.
That's exactly what I was hoping for. Yeah. So this is why you get Game Pass. By the way, Game Pass and CD keys is awesome, by the way. We'll talk about Game Pass here in a bit too. Cyber Shadow. I didn't know about this. You put it in the notes. I saw that, and immediately saw people were reviewing it because as it's a recent.
I have to say, I suck at it, much like I sucked at Ninja Gaiden growing up. Do you say Gaiden or Gaiden?
Okay, so I say Gaiden because that's how I grew
up saying it, but it's Gaiden.
I'm sorry, I know it's Gaiden. Yeah. I grew up saying Gaiden. It's kind of like Aerith. She's Aerith. She's not Aerith. Sorry.
Yeah.
But in that one's proof.
Anyway, So I'm not very good at it. I sucked at Ninja Gaiden growing up. But if you like Ninja Gaiden, definitely pick up this game. And again, it's on Game Pass. It just came out this week, and it was on Game Pass day one. There's a reason I was super happy about that, is because I've downloaded some stuff on Game Pass, but this is one of the first ones where I day and date downloaded the game only because I have Game Pass. Because again, I suck at Ninja Gaiden. I had no intention of buying this game. I'm glad that I downloaded it and gave it a shot. If for nothing else, I want to find the soundtrack, which I haven't been able to find on YouTube. Dude, okay. You need to download it and play it for the sound. It's this amazing old school 8-bit soundtrack. It's banging. It is it's one of the best. Like, it reminds me of how much I loved Celeste a few years ago, and how good that one was. The soundtrack goes perfectly with this game, and if it's your style, definitely check it out. Again, Game Pass. It is on Switch, and I think it's on PlayStation too. But if you have Game Pass, like a lot of us do right now, and like we've been telling you to get if you're getting an Xbox for a while, pick it up and tell us what you think. Tell me that you're way better at it than I am, because I got to the second level. I'm on this stupid elevator. I died 15 times, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go shoot some stuff in Call of Duty.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably like it. I don't mind. I don't mind the dying. I mind the death cycle, whatever you're gonna call it, in games. Like, as long as it's not I don't know, just impossibly difficult. But
Sure.
a lot of the images I'm looking at here remind me of Ninja Gaiden. Some of it also reminds me of situations in old school gaming, like the water level for Ninja Turtles, which is just terribly difficult. But at the same time, like once you get past it, you feel like you've accomplished something. Plus, it's so iconic. But it looks great. I mean, it apparently plays great too. So
yeah.
I got to play some Resident Evil Maiden. This is the Resident Evil demo, which I was talking to Owen about, which obviously isn't Owen's thing. I don't think I have anything too crazy in this visual, the demo that I'm showing here. This is me playing the demo.
I heard it was brutal.
It's good. It's got some graphic stuff. Looks like this does look a little dark for some reason. I'll turn up the brightness a little bit for everybody. Maybe. I really enjoyed it though. It's way too short though. I love what I saw, but it is way too short. I think I beat it in like 14 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I don't know why this looks crazy.
It's not even a piece of the game though, right? It's literally just like a little working demo to give you a little story.
Yeah, it's extra. It's totally extra. They did this when I should maybe bring up the brightness a little bit. God, it looks washed out, but now you can at least see something. It is. They did this similar to Resident Evil 7. It's completely separate than the story. It's backstory. So it is. I am almost certain that this is one of the houses that you'll be in Resident Evil 8. So it was kind of a showcase of at least the environment. There is at least one puzzle in it. I'll admit I played through it once. I haven't done a deep dive yet. I'm assuming there are other things you can do. Relatively straightforward in my playthrough. One little puzzle, creepy. I didn't. I don't know. I didn't fall into any of the pit traps that some people fell into in regards to like being caught by the vampires or whatever we're gonna call them. But yeah, it's extra. Resident Evil 7 did something similar where it was backstory. So if you played it, cool. If you didn't, it's not going to hurt you. But it does kind of show a little bit of these characters. So, like I said, I liked it. It wasn't. I'm probably going to play it quite a few more times just to see if there's something I'm missing. See, I'm just trying to like see if there's anything like on the floors or like.
Sure.
There's always something hidden in these, and usually they have a little arrow if it's something you can examine or pick up or what have you. But I know I missed stuff. I haven't seen other people's playthroughs yet, but. It's way too short. That's my only complaint. It was like 15 minutes long, and I'm like, okay, now what? Like, it was too short and too straightforward. So there's got to be something else there that I'm missing.
Is there anything about it that makes it seem like it should have only been on new gen consoles?
So far, no.
Okay. Because as we found out, it is coming to PlayStation 4 and I think Xbox One.
Yes, it's coming out. So Cyberpunk style, it is coming out to all consoles, previous gen and current gen, because we are technically in the 9th gen now. I'm sorry, it is difficult to get those consoles, but technically that is the generation that we are in. If we want to call it a gap, whatever you want to call it, like it's going on 8th and 9th gen consoles. So far, I didn't see anything that told me it couldn't be done on the previous gen, which is good because that means that hopefully it will run well. And hopefully they just adjust whatever lighting mechanics or whatever needs to be done to make sure that it doesn't break. Unlike games like The Medium, which I believe comes out tomorrow on Xbox, I don't think that
Xbox Series exclusive.
Yep, exactly. I don't think that game could come out on an Xbox One. I think an Xbox One X would have difficulty with it.
I don't even think it could run it because of I think it has to have the solid state drive.
I wouldn't doubt it. Would not doubt it. Yeah. But yeah,
maybe
nothing was jumping out at me. Mm-hmm.
I did hear an argument that made sense to me where, split screen games have been around for sometime. You can play like Borderlands in split screen, for example, or Halo back in the day. And so maybe that's not necessarily something new, but I feel like it, I don't know if it could have run on a Series X. I mean, on a 1X. I don't know. I'd have to see the game. I have read some reviews of it that continue to add to the disappointing line of Xbox exclusives, unfortunately, and I don't like saying that.
On the medium?
Yeah, it's got a 72 on Metacritic. Which is, again, we're not saying 70 is bad, and I hate being that, but whenever you're talking about exclusive games like that, you want those to be in your top tier. You want those to be your 80s and 90s.
Yes.
And it doesn't seem like this game got there. Apparently it's about 9 hours long. So even if it's not a banger, if you're enjoying it, just know that it's not going to be a long experience. We were talking last week about how we like some of these truncated experiences in our adult life. So Patrick will probably check it out at some point. I don't think it's a genre for me. But I'm getting more and more disappointed. Like, I was never going to play Resident Evil, so it's not a huge disappointment to me, but of them acting like a game's going to be new gen only and then being like, oh yeah, we're going to put it on past console. Yeah. Like, when we found out that Horizon was going to be on PlayStation 4, I'm not going to lie, I hate that. That sucks. Yeah. It shouldn't be. No. Get out of here. It should be PS5 only, and it should run like it should be on PS5 only.
No, exactly. I mean, we're moving into the next gen console. These new games, these are marquee games. These are I hate to use the word killer app, but a killer app or a system seller, whatever term you want to use, there's a reason to come over there. They should take advantage of the hardware. So when you have games, as we mentioned, when you have games that are coming out that are exclusive, that actually take advantage of the hardware, it's good for the artist, it's good for the product, but when you're playing to the lowest common denominator and making it for the launch Xbox and launch PlayStation 4, you're going to have a bad time. It's going to hurt the overall product. Unless you're spending another year or a year and a half or 2 years on the game, it's going to hurt the overall product.
Yeah. But I don't want to be too down on the play. I'm still enjoying it a lot. But honestly, like, I keep wanting to jump into games, and I'm going to be working still on the backlog stuff. Ghost of Tsushima is coming up next month for me, and I have Immortals: Phoenix Rising, which is a new game. But again, it's another cross-gen title. Right? Yeah. Immortals is on PS4, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and so I just haven't been excited to pick it up, to start it. I also get in that mood after I beat a game. I just beat a 30-hour game, so I get in this mood where I don't want to start anything new anyway. So, but do you know that feeling I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I want the new. Like, even though Miles was cross-gen, the second that I got my PlayStation, Miles, like, the way that it looks with the ray tracing and everything, it looks,
and the update that they came out with it, like that update, because I played it in performance mode. For those of you who didn't know, I played in performance mode. You played in fidelity mode.
I did.
We didn't even talk about that beforehand. Like, we just happened to play it both in different ways. I tried it out. The other one, it looks good, but the new version of the performance mode is so good. I'd say, of course, the fidelity mode is better from a fidelity perspective. I mean, obviously, it looks better, but somehow they're optimizing for these new consoles, and that's why these new consoles are going to get better. That was a month and a half after launch.
Yeah,
that they already optimized it with a patch that's like, all right, yeah, this is going to make it better. Make it better with the same hardware. Like, we're not having to do old school N64 like expansion pack kind of added memory. It's amazing.
Yeah. Again, I know that it's going to be coming. In a year, this won't be an argument that I have, or a qualm, a bone to pick. It's just I kind of want to be rewarded for the fact that I got my PS5 on day one. I know that stock's limited, so I know that other people will be missing out. But good, not good. Yeah. But I want you to have that FOMO, and I want me to have that reason that I bought a PS5 and a Series X. I want exclusive games, because that's what if I didn't want exclusives, I would buy a PC.
Yeah, I mean that's the reason that we play consoles. I have a PC. I play games on my PC, but yeah, there that is the reason. It's 100% the reason. Yeah, Phoenix Rising, a lot of Xbox stuff, is coming out on PC, and that's great. That's great that it's doing that. But yeah, the PlayStation or Nintendo, anything that is exclusive, yeah, we want to totally take advantage of that.
But if you're looking at PC stuff and you're looking at Microsoft, they be doing all right unless they're trying to increase their price of Xbox Live Gold.
That didn't take too long for them to reverse that decision. Was it 12 hours, 14 hours? What was
it was less than 24.
And it was less than 24. Yeah. So if you don't know what we're talking about.
So Xbox, January 22nd at 6 a.m. And then January 22nd at 8:52 p.m. So
14 hours. Okay. So for those of you who don't know, Xbox Gold, Xbox announced that Xbox Gold was Xbox Live. Gold was going up to $120 per year, and immediately everyone flipped out. Everyone, and honestly, I would say that for a long time that Xbox has been putting up way more value than PlayStation for at least a year, if not more. An Xbox membership gets you more. Get you better games, and the ultimate, obviously, Ultimate Game Pass is probably the best deal in gaming, like hands down. So increasing the price a little bit, I don't think is honestly $120 per year.
It's awful.
That's bad. That's bad. But at the same time, is it worth that much?
No.
You don't think it's worth $10 a month?
No. Absolutely not.
It's not Ultimate. It's not Ultimate though.
It's not even Game Pass. We're just talking about Xbox Live Gold, which is the service that you use to play online.
Yes.
That is not worth $10 a month.
Yeah, sorry. Just Gold is not. Sorry, I was thinking more on the lines of everything else. I now, especially now having a Game Pass and everything, like I agree. Sorry, I was thinking I'm still in the Mind Pass of Game Pass.
Maybe you said it and I misheard you, but just since we're talking about Xbox Live Gold, Xbox Live Gold is 100% not worth $120 a year. Yeah. This is a thing that PC people hold over console people all the time. Is the fact that we pay to be online to begin with. Xbox is actually the inventor of the online thing. They did it before Sony. They came out with Live Gold and they said, you're going to pay to play online. Yeah. And the people said, okay. Sorry, holding a sneeze. And then PlayStation later did it. PS3 was mainly free. And then really with the PlayStation 4 was when PS Plus started to be big in the requirement. And people have obviously bought into that as well. There's like 80 million PlayStation Plus subscribers. And so the people have said, okay, we're willing to pay to be online. That's just, it's wrong. We shouldn't have to. You're offloading costs to the consumer when you could definitely handle it on the back end, but whatever, we'll do it. Yeah. And Microsoft says $120. And the people said, you're out of your freaking mind. And they started their update with, we messed up today and you were right to let us know. Yeah. Good job. Yeah,
that's exactly how it should have been. Now, that's kind of what I was getting at. If Gold is not worth this much, Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate's more than this. But
15.
But yeah, 15.
It includes Gold.
And honestly, if Game Pass, if they came out and said, "Hey, Gold is $8 a month," whatever, I don't think $10 a month is worth it. If they came out and said, "Hey, we're increasing Gold and we're increasing Game," I honestly, if they increased the Game Pass Ultimate and we're like, it's $20 a month, we need to recoup. Sorry, but we want to make sure we're giving you quality content. Still at $20, the games that they're putting on there. What's Netflix? $15 if you're getting 4K.
I think they upped it to 17, which is why I dropped it. I went down to the HD only now. I got rid of my 4K Netflix.
Yeah, I need to do that because I'm
never gonna watch on 4 screens, and although I really want to watch on 4K, I only have one 4K TV, and it's just not it. And whenever I can get Disney Plus for $8 a month, and that comes in 4K. Yeah, Netflix is, again, it's one of those. Why can't I do a 2-screen 4K is what I want to know.
Yeah, why can't you do? So I have 2 4K screens now, as of, I guess it was technically, I don't know, Black Friday this last year was just stretched out to basically 2 months worth of everything. But I got a 4K TV in our bedroom now, which is, we haven't had a TV like ever in our bedroom until now. And it's a 43-inch 4K Samsung TV, and it was like $120. I'm like, that's insane. $120, $130. It was insane. And people were like, oh, the refresh rate, it's not great for gaming. I'm like, this is not a gaming thing.
Do you feel like that TV is worth more than a year of Xbox Live Gold?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So that's what everybody else said too.
Totally. And it's, yeah, and like I said, Game Pass, we love Game Pass, but Gold, it's totally not worth it.
Honestly, I think the move was, we're going to increase Gold, and that's going to make you pick Game Pass. That's what the move was. That's what somebody in a room said. Hey, we're gonna. All right, guys. Here's the plan. We're gonna raise the price on Gold, and then people are gonna sub to Game Pass Ultimate instead. And the problem with this is that Xbox was versus PlayStation, until they reversed their decision here. Up until now, to play Apex Legends, to play Fortnite, to play Call of Duty Warzone online, you had to be a member of Xbox Live Gold. For those of you who don't know, you don't have to have PlayStation Plus to play those games online. You can play completely free. They are completely free to play online titles. Even Final Fantasy XIV, which isn't free, you're only playing Square Enix to play. You don't have to pay for PlayStation Plus to play online. Microsoft, you did, and that's one reason why Final Fantasy XIV is not on Xbox, as I understand it.
Yeah. Well,
Xbox reversed that decision too. So not only did they put their price back down, they said, hey, we're going to get rid of those free-to-play requirements as also. So they realize that that's also a problem. But that, I know for a fact that the idea is that somebody was in a marketing room and said, this is how we get people to switch to Game Pass.
Yeah. So if you want to do that, there are different terms for this from a business standpoint. And I know it's a disgusting visual or whatever, but the way to best do something like this is you do it slow. It's the whole what's the analogy of boiling a frog? I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Where a frog, when cooking a frog, obviously I don't cook frogs, but the analogy came from, like,
tastes like chicken.
If you cook frogs, I've had them. I just I don't think it's worth it. You put them in a pot with cold water, and then you turn on the heat and slowly raise the temperature. The frogs don't realize that they're boiling until it's too late. And that's how you do, if you're going to do something like this from a marketing standpoint, from a business standpoint, that's how you do it. You increase like $1 this year. Next year, it's another $1. You play the slow game.
It's like Netflix does. Like
Netflix or Marvel, where it's like, all right, we're going to come out with a couple movies and we're going to build up to the Avengers, and then it's going to become snowball into this giant thing. What Xbox tried to do was like DC, where they're like, just go out of Justice League right off the bat. You got to build to that. You have to build to that. These are characters you love. I'm sorry, but I'm still feeling okay. I love DC, but come on, Marvel all the way.
That's funny. I
think we're rushing this. Increase it $1. No one would notice, or I guess people would notice and be like, huh, it's $1 more. Okay. And then just slowly increase. But honestly, it's not worth it. Like you said, this is just for online access. And, Gold, you get, 2 free games a month?
Yeah.
So 2 free games. So $10 a month. Not for the games they're giving out. Not for the games they're giving out. But Xbox is doing okay in regards to, how they're doing financially, at least. We had an earnings call.
Yeah, to go along with them trying to get people into Game Pass, as of a day ago, they have 18 million Game Pass subscribers. So even if you're on the minimum $9.99, and me and Patrick are both members of Ultimate, although we didn't pay full price, full disclosure, and I bet you a lot of these 18 million people did not. But what? $10 a month times 18 million, you're talking about $180 million a month that Microsoft is theoretically generating, which is nothing to sneeze at, although they did just spend $8 billion acquiring ZeniMax. So how many months does that take to recoup? And that's not counting all the other game publishers that they're currently paying to be part of Game Pass. But I expect by the time we get to Halo, that number is going to be doubled. I'm talking like within the next year, it's going to be doubled. They did say that the series is going to be constrained through March, and that's kind of expected. PlayStations and Xbox Series are going to be hard to find probably until summer, maybe even later. It really just depends on when we kick this virus's butt, but if ever, not to be a downer on that, but I expect if you get more of these series out in the wild, by the time Halo comes out, I bet you're at 36 million subs easy.
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on. I think, and this isn't just the gaming industry, because we were talking about the PlayStation, Xbox, the new graphics cards. It's not just the tech industry. I know you got a Cricut for the wife for Christmas. I got a Cricut for my wife for Christmas. I waited. I don't know when you purchased yours. We got them around Christmas, because we don't get each other gifts. We buy things where we're like, hey, we should do that for Christmas. Like we get something for each other, like not for each other, sorry, for us, or we go somewhere like on a vacation. Like we don't give each other gifts. That's just us. Anyways, we looked online because we're like, yeah, Cricut would be really cool to have. That's our Christmas present, and they were sold out everywhere, and apparently had been sold out for weeks at that time. So I don't know when you bought yours, but people are bored. Black Friday. Okay, so maybe Friday.
I got lucky. Basically, I saw a price drop that was industry wide. So it's basically Cricut. And if you didn't know, here's your little bit of non-gaming, nerdy adult news, and something if you're thinking about something for your crafty spouse.
Yeah,
Cricut sets the price and the tone on their items. My wife tried to use a coupon from Michaels, and it's a Michaels coupon, right? Not a Cricut coupon, but a Michaels coupon. She was buying Cricut branded things for her Cricut, and they said, we can't take that because Cricut won't take Michaels coupons. So Cricut dropped the price on Black Friday. Couldn't find it at Walmart, couldn't find it on Amazon, couldn't find it. Another thing, I got lucky. Michaels in Louisville, Texas, had a small supply. Was able to nab one and pick it up like on the day. Like they wouldn't ship it to me either. I had to like actually go to the store and pick it up. So they got a one of those Black Friday stock shipments in, and I got really lucky because I had tried to order one and they canceled my order.
See, I didn't know that they set their prices. I assumed I didn't know that they set their prices with companies, but I assumed that a lot of companies do that when it comes to Michaels or those, because Michaels does some crazy deep discounts, and it's just like, hey, it's free for all, 40% off your largest item, whatever. And I'm just like, wait, you mean like it did not make any sense to me from a business standpoint. I was like, there's no way you could walk in and buy a Cricut and be like, I want this to apply for this 40% off. Like buy that and a piece and a gum and some gum and be like, obviously.
We did it with our Christmas tree, and it worked on the Christmas tree, right? Like it was like we got 40% off our $100 Christmas tree, so it was like a $60 Christmas tree. Awesome. But she went in to buy some vinyl, and it was like Cricut vinyl, and she couldn't use the coupon on the vinyl.
They did a discount on vinyl. I should have texted you because I know that
she's getting the off-brand stuff on Amazon now.
Yes, I was gonna say, because Michaels was doing a thing, and it was like, I think it was $5 or $6, and they're normally like $9.99 or something like that. But yeah, off-brand's fine with that. We were doing some crafting, and I was like, we don't have any blue, or no, we didn't have any. Yeah, we didn't have any blue. We had like other colors. And when I got there and saw like they were on that discount, I just started throwing a couple like each in the cart, like not to be a baller, but Whitney was like, we don't need all that. I'm like, we're going to use black vinyl. You're going to use that if you're making like anything. Sure. So yeah. So we splurged just a little bit on that, but at the same time, like it's a couple.
Just wait till she discovers that you can do like the coffee mugs and the beer glasses and all that stuff.
Yeah, she's excited about that. Well, and we made some mistakes with it, which is what you do, when you're learning. That's the whole point. So we made a lot of mistakes, but we had fun doing it. So I think we're gonna. For those of you who don't know, we have a Jurassic Park themed bathroom, and we were working on the sign for the bathroom that is the bathroom sign from Jurassic Park. I didn't think I'd talk about this, but the Isla Nublar bathroom sign that the lawyer goes into the bathroom and then is eaten. we are making that sign on the front of our bathroom. So
Sure.
So it's cool. I love it.
I'll say if you didn't get them, and this is the last non-video game thing on the Cricket side of it, if you didn't get them, there is a little tool set that's like $15-20 that Cassie said that she was very glad that I bought because it's perfect for like peeling the vinyl. There's like a little scalpel thing and all that stuff. So if you didn't get that set, it's like $15 on Amazon. So you should
I want to say we got that. There was a set because she ended up. I was gonna say it was sold out everywhere, and the way we ended up getting it was she had to buy a bundle, and it had some stuff in it. So there's the sign. So doing that in vinyl. So we need to do it in multiple colors, and it was not quite working the way we wanted to get the layers the right way. But
she's starting to experiment with the two colors. She did one color things first for making, because basically she bought it because she wants to make Ted clothes and doesn't want to spend the exorbitant amounts of price on branded clothing, so she can just take it and make it herself. And
not that we condone going to Google image search.
Well, we're not selling. That's the point, is that there's no selling of copyrighted stuff going on. She's just making it for fun.
That's right. If you make it for fun, you can go to Google image search and you can search for transparent PNG whatever, and you can do it yourself. Because you can go into Cricut and you can I want to make some Marvel stuff, and then you pay a license. But if you're making it yourself, you're not profiting. It doesn't matter. It's legal. It's art. It is art.
You can go for the art. Have you ever seen Art Decider on Twitter?
No.
You need to follow. It's just fun. So he literally, it's like, I am the art decider, and I'm assuming it's a he, and you tag him on stuff and he'll decide if that tweet is art or not art.
Okay.
It's just one of those stupid Twitter accounts to follow.
I like that. As long as it's not because the cool thing about the internet and technology and everything is we're with the tools that are just out there for free, and everyone is able to make art so cheap or free. Memes is the biggest example of that. The Bernie Sanders meme going viral in less than 24 hours, stuff like that, which the fact that so many people have access and can do something like that is really cool to me. And though it does get white noise. I agree. I think that's why you're shaking your head, because you're just it's enough of that.
There was people just sending me, and I understand people are being communicative and all that stuff, and I appreciate it. But anybody who knows me knows that I hate how fast memes get killed, and so people were sending me 5 different people were like, I thought you would find this one funny, and then that immediately made me not find it funny, because I was like, is it a Bernie meme when I click it? Oh, it's a Bernie meme. It's not funny. I got over it so quickly. The initial image was funny to me. That was a fantastic. Bernie in his own right, and then they just started sticking him everywhere.
Well, to me, I liked the second evolution of that. The first evolution of he's just everywhere. He's sitting in the scene of these movies. They had one of him next to Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks. Different. I'm okay, he's just anywhere. But I liked the next evolution of that, where it's showing him in a UFC match. He's got an armbar on somebody. Did you see that one? Because I was like, that's funny, because that was creative. It's it's different. Also, he just does not the disgruntled look on his face, or just the just not caring, not wanting to be there kind of look while he's viciously giving an armbar. That's funny. But some of them do get lazy. But my profile pic is one, but I love it because it's him and the Mobius chair. So the Mobius chair for DC. So
I understand. No, and I'm not knocking anybody who appreciates memes. That's just me. That's just me being a curmudgeon.
Yeah, I get it.